soundtrack.
What is up? Welcome to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs TV. And once again, it's your boy Kier. And today in the studio, we have Taylor Brummett. Hopefully I pronounced that last name correctly.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Who is an actress here in Sacramento. And we're going to get into a conversation. So I say, let's get right into it. How you doing today, Taylor?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
It was good. Glad to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So how did you get into acting?
Well, I've always been sort of involved in just the performance art my whole life. I was an audio engineer for a few years pre-COVID. And when COVID hit, I kind of realized I didn't like that as much as I thought I did.
Understandable. You wanted to be more in front of the camera besides behind the camera?
And engineering is just like so much pressure. But yeah, then it was like I had all the downtime to kind of think about things that I enjoy. And I had done some background acting before. And I was like, yeah, that felt really good. So I went for it.
Yeah, and what were some of those background projects that you had worked on?
Yeah, so 13 Reasons Why.
Okay, I know that one on Netflix.
A couple different occasions, and then I was a featured extra on the OA. So, like, that was
is
really
that
cool.
that show where they do, like, the weird, like, chanting and stuff like that? And, like, they were, like, captured in, like, a...
The, like, tank under...
Yeah, like a tank or something of that nature. Yeah, I do. I watched the first couple seasons of that, and then it got really weird for me. But, yeah, I do remember that show, yeah.
It's very strange. I had never heard of it before, which I think was kind of better, like, going into it not knowing anything.
For sure.
Just enjoying the experience on set. It was a lot more personal than 13 Reasons.
Right.
Like, I pulled up to the park, and they're like, hey, are you Taylor? I'm like, you know my name.
Where were... those shows weren't shot here, though. They were shot in...
Bay Area.
In the Bay Area? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so just remembering, how good it felt to be on a huge set like that, I was like, I want to actually start doing the thing.
Doing that a little bit more, and that kind of propelled you to get into more acting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are some of the projects that you are working on currently, or that you finished recently, or?
Yeah, so my very first film role, we filmed back in October.
Okay.
Is finally officially up on Amazon Fire and Roku. So I'm like excited that everyone gets to finally watch it.
And what film is that?
It's called Addiction.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen some plugs for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's by James Paul Nelson. Thanks for giving me a chance. It was really cool. And it kind of, the networking aspect is like super real.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it till you get into it, but it's like I've already gotten several different roles.
Right, just propelled from that one project.
Yeah, just from like knowing people, and that's really cool, the community aspect.
Yeah, no, networking is crucial, even in the Bay Area, but even here in Sacramento as well. It's very, very crucial to be able to network. And yeah, once you've done one project, you probably get lots of calls for additional projects and things of that nature. So
Yeah. Friends
Absolutely.
of friends, like, oh, I saw you in my friend's thing. Let's work together.
Now you're also a member of Shutter Film, is correct as well. How did that come about? How did you get involved with them?
So actually, my friend James Kowalczyk was already working with Shutter Films.
Okay.
I met him on the set of Addiction, and I guess there was a role that like very quickly needed to be like recast. I got a call. It was like 9:30 or 10 at night. Can you be over to shoot tomorrow? I was like, I guess so. Cool. So that was for Rent-A-Cops.
Oh yeah.
Which
It
you're
was played out at my
familiar with.
festival and actually won. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that was how I first met all the Shutter Films dudes, and been working together ever since.
Yeah, and you've done quite a few projects with them since then, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. So there was Rent-A-Cops, Late Night Stroll, God's Conscience.
And then you and I just finished a short film as well for the 40-hour.
zombie one.
The zombie one. And
yes.
I always forget the name. He told me it, but I always forget it. But yeah, the zombie film. I always call it the zombie film.
Rise
So-
of the Collapse.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, great.
That was super cool to be able to work with you, by the way.
Oh, likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah, my one-liners, I'm always good for those.
No, you were like really in character. That was you did a good job.
Well, thank you. And you did a great job as well.
Thank you.
So what would be your dream role? If I could say any role in the world you could play, what would that role be?
I really would love to be in a Marvel movie.
Oh, really? Like a
Yeah.
superhero or
Oh,
like
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And something that's actually like super cool, like an upcoming project. It's, I don't know if you're familiar with Mike Skradakis.
The name sounds familiar. Yeah.
He ran the Clout Film Festival.
That's right. That's where I know him from. Yeah.
So I've worked with him once before, actually, no, twice before. But he wants to make a superhero film
Really?
and wants me in it. So I'm just like, it's not a Marvel film, but it's
Hey,
a
it's
superhero.
close. It's closer in that right
I'm
direction.
so excited. I'm so
Yeah.
excited about it.
Well, cool. Do you know what kind of role you're playing in the film, or is it still like in early development, or?
I am the lead
Okay.
character.
I mean, do you know kind of like what superhero powers you have, I should say, or?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that
Oh,
yet.
got it, right, because it's
So-
still kind of under wraps.
Yeah, but I did finally get that information actually 2 weekends ago or so, and so now I'm like stewing in that excitement. Like I know what my character's about.
Very cool. Are there any like actors or directors that you really want to work with, or?
Oh, I think it'd be really cool to be able to work with like Leonardo DiCaprio. But also I really like Zendaya.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Those
that
are
would be
those are
really
some
cool.
really high goals, but
Those are
like it's
the
it's
dreams.
all dream world here. So
Yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah.
absolutely. No, those would be some pretty influential people to work with for sure, and more than likely it would be some sort of hit if you're with them also, because they churn out the hits quite a bit. So no, absolutely. So you got involved in acting as a child. How did?
I mean, so I did like drama club, like a school play in like elementary school.
Okay.
In middle school, I did a few like showcases for this big agency for a couple years in a row. But once I kind of started getting into it, my mom kind of hesitated a bit with that because I was 11 and
She didn't want you really into acting yet, or she wanted you to kind of
I
wait
would,
till you're a little older, or just?
just like focusing on school
Oh,
aspect.
I can see that. Yeah.
Because I had to go all the way to LA for the showcases.
Oh, well, yeah. And you live here locally, or
Mhm,
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Then I could definitely see that.
So-
Yeah, it's really rough. I know child actors, and I've known a few that started as children and were actors, and it's a really rough lifestyle to really get immersed in that, because like they don't. A lot of them don't go to like a formal school. A lot of them are homeschooled and that kind of stuff. And then they even have to meet, I think, like a certain like GPA standard to continue working in film. So you have to be like also really good in academically as well as a good actor or actress. So so it might have been a good thing.
No, it's like sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I could have gotten started a little sooner, but
Yeah.
I also think it's good. I think I'm experiencing it the way that I'm supposed to.
Yeah. It's never too late.
Never too late.
Yeah, I mean, look at me. I'm 21 years old and I'm just now doing this. So
Yeah.
So you just never know where life's
I'm
going to take you.
13.
Yeah. So you just never know where life's going to take you for sure. And then so in college you did major or partly majored in audio engineering. Is that correct, or?
Yeah, I've got an Associates of Applied Science in Music Production Recording Arts. So,
Very cool.
yeah,
But you kind of don't really want to do that anymore. You'd rather just do the actual acting.
yeah, so my schooling was mostly for studio engineering,
Uh-huh.
which I really enjoy. Not a lot of pressure. There's the whole creative process, and it's awesome. But once I graduated, I kind of realized it's sort of hard to get into a studio for work.
For sure.
So I went into live sound for about 3 years, and that's the part I don't like.
Yeah, but it helped. It paid off. It paid dividends for you because now you're kind of getting more closer to doing exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, and I look back, and I, like in college, I had like post-production classes, sound design classes, all these things. So it still comes full circle.
Absolutely.
I still have that knowledge. I've done some like video editing and stuff. I made the trailer for Addiction that I felt really good about.
Very cool.
So
Very cool stuff.
Still, the knowledge is still applicable.
Well, great. Well, it was great chatting with you. Hope to have you back on the show again when you do finish your next project. Maybe we'll have you back and we can talk, and then we can find out what kind of superhero you were.
Yes.
And go from there. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll be back again soon with another show for you.
Soundstripe.